Hey, this is Mr. Harper. I want to talk to you about graphing quadratics. And if you notice something here, we haven't talked about this yet, but this, if you remember, is called function notation. This is saying that y, so this could be written as y equals x squared. This is saying that y is a function of x, or it depends on x. But what we're going to do is we're going to graph this. And notice I put y here, and I wanted to do that just so you can kind of see that y is the same thing as f of x. But what I wanted to do is I want to do it by graph. I want to graph the quadratic by just choosing a few x values, plugging it into the function and see what y values we get, and then from there plotting those points on the graph. And so let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and try plugging in -2. So what I mean by that, and I'm going to change colors here, use yellow, is I'm going to do f of -2, which means just plugging -2 in here for x. So it's really like -2 squared. Oops. It's like a 2 here, sorry about that. So -2 squared is what? So -2 times -2 is 4. So at -2, my y value is 4. So again, I'm just trying to find the y value for each one of these x values. So let's try -1 here. F of -1 equals, again, we're just doing -1 squared. -1 squared, which, well, I don't know why it keeps doing that. -1 squared, so -1 times -1 is 1. Yay! So we got 1 here. Now I'm going to do the same thing with 0. Well, what is 0 squared? I'm not going to write it out. What is 0 squared? What is 0? Oops. I'm still learning how to use this thing here. What if I plug in 1? What's 1 squared? 1. If I plug in 2, what's 2 squared? 2. Sorry, no it's not. It is 4. Just testing you. So now what I want to do is I want to graph these points on the graph. So I'm going to use a different color. It's a little more dark here. So -2, 4 means that I go left 2, up 4. So that means there's going to be a point right about here. So that's this point here. -1, 1 means I go left 1, up 1. We have a point here. Why do you keep doing this to me? So -1, 1, I know I'm crazy. And 0, 0, we're going to go here, that's the origin. 1, 1, go here. Why? What am I doing wrong? We're going to go here. Why is it doing this? Sorry guys, my tool thing here is just deciding to be... Why are you doing this? No. Alright, I'm going to just try my best to do this. There we go. And then at 2, 4, we go to 2 and then all the way to 4. So I'm going to do it like this. Maybe that's the best way to do it. Okay. So if you notice here, if I connect these dots, so I'm going to go ahead and connect these dots. Whoa. Sorry, I didn't do that great. I missed that. Those dots here. But notice it makes kind of like a U shape. And this is what's called a parabola. And I'm going to write that. That's a parabola, and I'm not sure exactly how. No, wait, that's not how you spell it. Parabola. Yeah, let me go. I think it's like this. If I misspell it, forgive me. Parabola. I think I misspelled it, which is terrible because I teach math, but that's okay. So it's called a parabola, and it can be shaped like this. You know, it could be skinnier, so it can be, you know, like this. It could be facing down, so parabola here, okay? And this is kind of out sideways. It shouldn't be sideways. But this is a parabola, and it's always created by problems that are of this form. So they have something squared, and you can have other stuff as well here, like plus 2x minus 1 or other things like that. But this is the graph of what's called a quadratic, and this is what we call the parent function. This is what the normal quadratic looks like. And what we're going to talk about later is transformations of this. So we're going to transform this equation here by doing some things to it, and it will still be a quadratic, but it may be skinnier. This vertex may move a little bit, and so we're going to talk about that later. But I just wanted you to kind of see the graph by using a chart, and we can always graph any equation by using a chart. We just pick some x values, plug them in to get our y values, and then plot those points. But again, guys, I hope you have a good day. Hope this helps, and hope you watch more of my great videos. Peace.